Hey y'all, so I just started a new save since I was bored. Are you serious?
Hei, olen Simo kumppani lehdestä.
Don't care. Actually, you know what, I'd probably be able to turn that off. So anyway, I started a new save, and because I was kind of bored, and I want to build the engine again and all that. Hold on, let me actually share my screen. Okay. Yeah, that didn't do it. There we go. Now you see my screen. Right here. We'll get to this later. But this is, the, wiring. This is the wiring that you need to do. This is what I would suggest because it says easy to follow. We'll get to that later though, and I will be using it a lot throughout the video. When we get to the wiring stage, that is. Now, I have learned to do this by, like, just memory. Now, these parts are obviously gonna be really, really shitty. So, if anything, I would suggest going to the repair shop to get the shit from here repaired. That's about it. Or using the editor. But for this, to speed things up, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the new battery. I'm not gonna go into town, so this is a quick and easy video. If I can find the original battery, that is. There it is. Right, I forgot it's not there anymore. So you can go to your store, and you wanna get a few things here. That is when you actually get here. So if you're lucky enough to get
tiskit koneeseen.
Uncle's stuff, you'd want to get the alternator belt, some fluids. All you'll need is the brake, motor oil, and coolant, the new battery, oil filter, spark plugs, and
Minullakin oli joskus ennen vanhaan koira. Sille sattui kerran vahinko, kun sitä yksi aato töötäsi tuossa tiellä.
If you really want, you'll have enough to buy anything else that you want.
En minä sitten raskinut lopettuakaan sitä, kun se on hyvä ystävä.
I'm not gonna do that though. I'm just gonna teleport there. Alright. We can also throw that one out. Place our spark plugs here. Our oil filter can go here. I got one light bulb. I would suggest getting 2 light bulbs before you leave the store.
Sitten siellä yksi päivä. No ehtoon möllykkätä sinullekin.
I always space out on that. Alright. The alternator belt. And wherever the hell the fluids are. I didn't
No
even
päivä, mikä sinut tänne kirkonkylälle lennätti?
My headset's broken right now, so I don't really have that full 360 hearing today. used to have, and it's actually kind of annoying. So if I sound like I'm closer to my mic, it's because I have one I have one ear off, because there's no point in having it on. Okay, that's all the stuff you should need. Oh, and suggest grabbing that jerry can and buying some fuel. That way you can actually, you know, start the car. We're just gonna do like no extra trips, so make sure you bring all this stuff to the store with you. You should have at least enough to pay for gas. Alright, now you can go ahead and head to your home. This time I'm serious. You don't need anything else at the store. We're gonna start on the engine first. That way we can do wiring next, and then we'll do interior afterwards. So your block, you can go ahead and clear off this table. Like, you don't need half the shit that's on here. You won't be needing that flashlight. You will need your spanner set. Please don't throw it away. Your air filter, you will also need this. Please do not throw it away. And that should be about it. Now, for the sake of the time that this will take, I'm just going to get the ratchet set, which, if you're about to leave for the store, I would suggest you doing this as well. So, after you're done at the store, you can head to the repair. No, you don't even need to go to the repair shop. What am I thinking? I'm out of it today. You can put in that.
No morjesta tiski ja tiskit koneeseen.
I don't know. It's quick and easy. You will still need this. Do not throw it away, because there are parts on this car that are not accessible by this ratchet set. And I'll be showing you that later. First, you're gonna start, take your rocker shaft and the cylinder head here, and just put the rocker shaft on the cylinder head, and it's a size 8 to connect those two. Alright. And, hold up, be right back. I just need to make sure my shit ain't boiling. I knew I smelt something funky. Sorry about that. That's just a little... I was making some food for me and my dad. Anyway. You will need this. So keep it in a safe place. These headlights. You can put them down here. Along with the rear lights. You can put them down there. And you'll have all this space to yourself. So use it. Organize your stuff. Don't worry about how long it'll take for you to do this. Organize your stuff. Because if you organize your stuff, you'll get this done quicker. Anyway. You can unbox the headlights, and if you want, you can place them in the, well, not if you want, you place them in the headlights. And what's next? Right. The cam shaft. No. Yes. No. Not that camshaft. Crankshaft, I mean. The crankshaft is next. You're gonna want to rotate this on that. Also, throughout this, you won't ever need that. That is a waste of time. Unless you want to use it, be my guest. I don't care. Do what you want. I've always found building the engine to be really fun, since it gets to jog your memory. What's next? The oil pan. There's the oil pan. No, not the oil pan is not next. I told you my shit was on low. This is next. The camshaft is next. The reason you want to put this in now is because you will not be able to put this in later. You have to take everything apart in order to put the camshaft in. I had to learn that the hard way. It sucked. Your camshaft is a size 5. And those bearings that I put on the crankshaft are size 9. Now, your pistons. You can go ahead and install your pistons. And yeah, even though I'm using shitty parts, how I talk about using parts purchased from that one guy. It is fun to take apart the engine. Your pistons would be a size 7. There you go. Now the oil pan goes in. If, I can find it. There it is. This was also a size 7, and do bolt that bolt that you see at the top is a size 13. You want to bolt that down nice and tight. Make sure you get it down nice and tight too, or you'll be leaking fluids. Not fun. God, this position hurts. I'm pretty sure it's a size 13. It should be. Yeah, it is. Okay. You're done on this side. Now, all you have to do is rotate it over like this and have that oil pan kind of drop down, and it's like dynamic or whatever the hell. Your head gasket. Make sure you don't forget this, otherwise you'll have to take everything apart. Not everything, just the rocker. That rocker that we had just made. Take that, put it right there. I don't do engine tuning, I let the mechanic do that for me. If you want engine tuning, go look it up or whatever. Because I'm not good at engine tuning either, so... I mean, maybe in a couple of months when I actually... Not a couple of months, in a couple of days, maybe weeks, when I learn engine tuning, actually do it. But as of right now, I don't know it. Now, those spark plugs that you had just bought, you can bring them over. You can move the spanner set for now, because that spanner set is mainly used for brake lining, clutch lining, and fuel pipes and stuff. So we're not going to be using that for a little while. You can go ahead and put those spark plugs on though. There you go. You can trash the empty box. And this little funny looking thingy right here, use this to put in your spark plugs. Otherwise, your car will not work. Alright. You're already kinda almost done, in my eyes. Now you want to get the rocker cover, and you can go ahead and bolt that in with size 7. Now I'm pretty sure, have not tested this at all, I'm pretty sure you can fill your stuff up with oil after you put on the rocker cover, so... yeah, you can. There you go. No leaks. And you should have some motor oil left over. That is, if you did that all correctly. Okay. Right over here. What is this? Right. That is this little... No. This camshaft here. And you want to put that right there. I'm pretty sure that's a size 10. Yeah. Size 10. And you'll see a little notch right here. I'll line it up with this notch. This notch. If you don't do that, your timing will be off. Good luck starting your car. Okay. Now that that's in place, you'll find a timing cover over here. And you can put this on. There you go. And the timing cover is a size 6. Yeah, I will release this as a safe game, since it will be all stock, like, completely stock. And you want to take your water pump, and it's a size 7. And the water pump pulley, this will cool down your engine, just like the radiator. Except without the water pump pulley, your shit will explode. Learned that the hard way as well. Not intentionally. It's just that I kind of forgot to bolt it in properly, so just happened. Leave that, leave this part right here, that nut, leave it unbolted, because we'll be, doing the wiring with that later. And you want to push this up, and we can go ahead and grab our crankshaft pulley, and put it right there. It's the size 11. Now you're ready for the alternator belt, right here. And move this part into the alternator belt, and just keep scrolling your mouse wheel down. Even if it doesn't move, you just want to make sure that it's secured. Then you can bolt that into the screwdriver. Remember, don't put that in because we'll be using the wiring for that. Oh, now we're gonna work on the flywheel, so over here, your clutch pressure plate, put that on the clutch cover plate, and then your clutch disc, put that on the 2, and you're ready to go. And you can put that right there. Your engine plate, we can go ahead and turn this around. Your engine plate will go right there. Nice. And then your flywheel. And that is a size 7. And then you can put that cover plate that you've just made on, and then bolt it down. Cool. Now you're ready for the gearbox. So you want to come down here to the gearbox, and just find your check mark. Come on. There it is. Place it on. It'll take one size 10 and like a couple 7s over. Yep. also be showing you how to pass inspection. And first of all, to start, you're going to want to get this inspection cover. This doesn't actually do anything to the car, it just is there for the inspection guy. You'll fail inspection without this. There you go. Now, you can take your drive gear right here. This will take size 6 and install that. Now, with the drive gear, if you do everything correctly, and you can shift gears and whatnot, and your engine revs, but your car will not move, the drive gear is not installed. If your car does not switch gears, but your car is revving, the gear linkage is not installed properly. And if that doesn't work, then the clutch lining isn't installed as well. By the way, you should be done with your engine at this point. Yeah. I mean, I did say that it was, like, really fast and easy. All you have to do is install the carburetor and the headers. Headers and the carburetor will both take size 8. Not yet, actually. Hold on. This fuel pump goes right there. Car will not drive without that fuel pump. Car won't actually start without that fuel pump. Now your car is done. And what you can do to make your life a whole lot easier is you can take radiator hose number 2, número 2, and find out how to put it on. I haven't actually found out how to put it on myself because for some reason it just doesn't work for me. You can go on right there though. Oh, right there. Your engine is done. Congratulations. Now comes the real part. You actually need to focus for this part. Because after we install this air filter and put in that ignition thing or whatever, then it comes down to wiring, and if you fuck up in the shit. Cancel that. Your engine isn't done. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You want to take this off? And for those of you that remembered, unlike me, to put on that chain, good on you. Unfortunately, I didn't remember, so now I gotta take all this off. install the timing chain. Now, I promise you, now you can put the timing cover on. And the bolt right back in. Size 7. Nice. Then your crankshaft pulley and a size 11, I think? A size 11 or 10? Nah, yeah, size 11. Then, you put this on. Take your screwdriver. Bring this in. Not done quite yet, because you need this distributor. Okay, there you go. And it takes the screwdriver. Now let's double check. Glad we did, because we almost missed the starter. Size 7. You want to bolt the one back here because we're gonna be hooking up some wires to this nut and that one right there. This is the battery ground connector right here, and this is the starter. Smaller one is the starter. Now, do a double check. And yep. Cool. We are done with the engine. So you can put this somewhere you'll remember. Preferably right back here. There you go. Now, I'm going to take this. Right there. And this. Right there. Size 9. There you go. Now those two are installed, so you can go ahead and unscrew. Not yet, because I did just realize that we haven't actually put brake lining in, or the clutch lining. Two key important things. And yes, as I was mentioning, how you won't be using the spanner set very much. This is that time when you'll be using the spanner set. So size is size 7. Now, if you have been using the spanner set for the whole time, wow, I feel bad for you, but, yeah, no, that's it, I feel bad for you. Yeah, that's about it. Got a bunch of bolts here, so make sure you don't miss any of them. Then you got one right here somewhere. Yep, right there. It doesn't matter if the thing is on whatever they're supposed to be connected to or not, it'll still count. And if not, just use MCE editor. I think that's it for that. Now your clutch lining right here. This should take the 3 bolts. Yeah, it does. And then I'm just gonna screw those in. Follow the wire. This next one here. And just right click everything. And if it comes back, screw it on again. Or if it comes out, screw it on again. If it doesn't, then good on you. Now, time for the chassis. You would take your subframe. Now, the chassis part I taught myself. Since, you know, you don't really replace it all that much. If ever, actually. I think the only time you access the chassis is when you're doing, suspension mounts. Size 10, there are four size 10s in here. You just gotta look around for them right here. Yep, there's one. There you go. Subframe is installed. Now, your wishbone. You're gonna want your wishbone, your spindles, your disc brakes, and your steering rack. Your steering rack go right there. And be bolted in by side 9s. Now you can get out one of each, one disc brake. I'll mark it on the right, so we're gonna get out spindle right. And wishbone front right. Now you want to attach the wishbone. And it's a size 10. Don't worry about those clanging sounds you'll hear. Those, aren't actually doing anything. It's just the game trying to signify that the car is making contact with the ground or whatever you're doing. However, the shaking is not normal. Keep it to a minimum. I'm kidding. It's perfectly fine. Then you can put your disc brake on. Disc brake. The disc brake does not screw in yet. You need this size 14, which is this half shaft. Are we able to put them in yet? I don't know. I don't think. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, so you want to take that. Get out size 14. Screw that in, and there you go. There is one side done. And just repeat that on the other side. Congratulations, you're done with your front suspension. Now, or your front chassis. You're not done with the front suspension. You still need to put your struts into the front suspension. Oh, and I almost forgot. These steering rods. Oh, I told you I'm not in it today. You need to put those struts in first. And there we go, you're done with your front suspension. Now you want to put in these steering rods, which are kind of difficult too. Size 12. Now you will need to get your wheels aligned. All I do is I just look at this little pie graph here. Not this pie graph, this thingy. And what size nut is that? It says 14 nut. So where's that spanner set? We're gonna get it down to 0. Or as close to 0 as you can get. My alignment is off, sure. But my yeah. Anyway, for the back, you want your both your trail arms, both these drum brakes, both shock absorbers, and both the coil springs. I remember some retard on like Reddit or whatever said that they didn't know what the coil springs were for. Like, are you serious? They said they didn't know what they were, so they just straight up like didn't add them. Bruh. Am I able to put the coil spring on what's here? Didn't think so. Bring over the ratchet set. Alright, now the coil springs, right there, there's your suspension, and your shock absorber. Pretty sure this is a bolt 6. Come on. Do I need the drum brake on for this? Here we go, size 6, might be a size 7. Nope, size 6. You're done with that suspension. Now you can come over here and do it on the same side. done with your suspension. Now, this little steering column in here, just gonna put that right there. I never actually sold that Killu I made, so this gotta suck. Anyway, you're done with that, so we'll work on the engine bay. This, whatever the hell this is called, grab it, put it there, and bolt it in with size 7s. I think it's size 7. It's not size 14, that was a glitch. They use, right there. There you go. And I think that might be it for the engine bay, besides the radiator. Gear linkage, do not worry about that right now. Yep, that's it. Now we're gonna work on the fuel, so grab the fuel tank pipe. Just that, fuel tank and fuel tank pipe. Actually, you know what? We'll get the fuel tank down once we put wheels on this. So if you're wondering where the wheels are, you're gonna come out here, drive it all the way down here, turn, and go up here, mechanic shop, right here, right next to the mechanic shop, the haunted house, and you'll find your wheels there. And just go to wheels. Yeah, let me just put those to the ground. These are the wheels we're looking for. We're looking for these wheels. If you're wondering why there's an extra one, it's your spare wheel. Size 13. Don't worry about the car was bouncing. It was because I had my clearance mod on. So my camber was acting up. Now that you're done with your wheels, go ahead and push it in. watch the pit. You definitely don't want your car to fall in that. There you go. Now, that fuel pipe stuff I was previously talking about. Yeah, now you can grab it. And put the fuel tank in just right there. You are going to need the ratchet set for one thing under the car. And it'll be the connector line to the actual fuel thing. Right here. It says 12. It says 12. Make sure that is secured in, or else you will have no fuel. Whatever the hell the blue shit leaking out of it is. Size 11. Get all of the bolts, make sure they're in. That's why this is best to do it from under the car. Come on. There you go. Gotta put it in perfect. Alright, there you go. Now, comes the engine. What you're gonna wanna do, you don't need that motor noise, just don't worry about it. I'm gonna grab this beer case. And just plop it on right there. Then check this shit out, right? Grab your engine. Boom. Engine in the car without even using that, whatever it is, the motor hoist. Don't forget to bolt these down, size 9. There you go. Now your engine is in the car, and you are ready to do wiring. So go ahead and put the battery in. And then we can start with the wiring. Alright. Grab your wiring mess, and I'll take us both through it. Main harness connector to ignition coil. This is your ignition coil. Main harness connector to regulator. Regulator to alternator. Main harness connector to front light connector. Main harness connector to positive terminal. Not the fuse box. What? Okay. Positive terminal starter. Shit, I missed that. 2. Starter. Front light connector, headlight left. I was just gonna start with headlight right, then headlight left. Battery ground connector to negative terminal, so select the negative terminal. It's the battery ground connector. Main harness connector to radiator fan connector. You don't actually have the radiator in place. Speaking of radiator, there it is. There you go. Find it right on the mouse. And boom. Ignition switch to fuse box. So now we're gonna go in here. Ignition switch to fuse box. Radio harness to radio. Dash harness connector to light switch. Speaking of that, we don't actually have the dash installed. Size 10. And leave that open because you're gonna do more stuff in there. Right there. Size 6. Light switch. Fuse box. Instrument panel 1. Fuse box. Not fuse box. Actually, yeah, fuse box. Can take our clock here. Go right there. is the dash harness connector? Okay, well, I don't know where that is, so we're gonna come back here. Here are 2 brake lights. 1, 2. Boom, boom. Oh, wrong one. Correct one. There we go. Boom. Boom. And then your fuel tank, which you just gotta find. It's kinda annoying. Just saw it. There we go. I can close that up, and God, that freaking, that's bright. Oh my God. Alright, let's put our dash and stuff back on. And there we go. Time to install the battery. I think it's an 8. I think it's positive first if your sparks stop. No sparks. Alright, we're good here. Let's go. Right. Forgot. Still gotta bolt in our shit. So I said. What size are you? You're also a size 7. Why you're a size 10? Ah, fuel. Please do not forget the fuel, or you will run out of battery really fast. Because we still haven't filled up our stuff. Alright, it doesn't matter if it's full, it just has to be a whole can. Okay. Now, you can also put fluid in these. I'd distribute it evenly if you were like me and you bought only one of these cans. Since I think only one of these, this can't go all the way with all of them, so. Yeah, I think it's already empty. So you see what I mean. Now get your radiator hose. We don't need a radiator right now. Anyway, let's test this. Drains through battery awfully fast. Not supposed to do that. I did something wrong. Nope, we didn't miss one. Everything's all bolted in. Let's actually put in these lights and see. Size 7. Yep. Battery's on, alright. Another way we could have checked that is by going to the back. Nice. I think it's not starting because I don't have the gear linkage installed. I didn't know that would be a problem, but clearly it probably is. So we're gonna install that real quick. shifter. Size 6, but we're not focused on that right now. No, guess I am. Alright. Made your car run. What? Okay, we'll figure that out later. Not right now, though. Probably just a fluid issue. The exhaust is a size 7. Now you can go ahead and put that muffler on, which is also a size 7. Cool. Since, for me, listening to the exhaust gives me a headache, and it just basically tells me how small of a penis you have when you have to do that. Oh, and how big your truck is and stuff like that. Or how big your rims are. Battery issue? Probably. And it stops. Yep. I definitely have a feeling it's a battery issue. Let's go ahead and put in a seat and rev the engine when we start up. Then see. Car moves. a while for that engine to shut down. There's your car. Good.